welcome back to Rob Chicks Life YouTube channel. Today we are going to work on a 2006 Kia Sedona. Last video I talked about changing the alternator, and today we'll be changing the power steering pump on this vehicle. Also, this would be also the same with any 3.8 liter vehicle for Kia, ranging from about 2004 to 2010, maybe 2012, but usually it's the 3.8 liter on the Kias. I'm working currently on the Kia Sedona. There are this kind of engine can be on a Kia Sorento, Kia Borrego. There's some other vehicles that also have that motor. Hyundais now. Hyundais do too. Hyundai Entourage is a van and is also running a 3.8 liter. So again, it would be exactly the same. So let's get to work and change the power steering pump on this vehicle. That way we can drive this car again, or not me, but whoever has this vehicle will drive this car again. So let's fix it and let me show you how it's done.
So as you see, I got the top plastic piece off that is mounted on 4 bolts, 2 up on top and 2 on the bottom. If you don't know how to take that off, please watch my previous video. I will have it linked right at this part of the screen at the end of the video. Please click that video and watch it. Please hit that like button and also subscribe. Now let's keep going. As you see in my previous video, I changed the alternator, so that's good. We will be changing the power steering, and that would be all the way back there. You see this wheel right here? That's exactly what we will be taking out. So let's get to it. I'll tell you what kind of bolts, what kind of sockets to use, and so on and so forth. So let's get to work. Let's get that removed. So as you see, I got this opened up. Now again, there's a plastic piece that covers all of this up. If you want to see how to take that off, watch the previous video. This would be your power steering pump. We are going to take it off, take the whole thing off, not just the wheel, but the whole unit. And the reason why is you probably see all that oil, all that power steering fluid everywhere. So it's apparently leaking and we need to replace that. So I got a new one. We're gonna take this off and put the new one in, swap them out, and it should be good. So as you see, the new box is here. That means the new part is in here. Let's open it up and look inside and see what we find. Let's get this power steering pump out of there and kind of have a good look at it. Let's put it right here. So let's see. As you see right here, so basically power steering fluid will be coming into here and then coming out of this hole right here where you're going to screw the pipe into here. Now there's also a sensor right here that will check for certain things. So let's check this thing out. I'm gonna look where the mounting pieces are. That's probably the first thing I would look at, and it looks like it only holds on 2 bolts, and the 2 bolts are right here and right here. So in order to get to this bolt right here, we are gonna have to take this wheel off because it's literally right in the way. You can't even get into that hole. It's in the way. So we are going to have to take this wheel off before we do anything. So in order to do that, what do? Grab a socket, put it on here. Let's see, a 19mm socket on that one. So here we go, and we're gonna have to have our key with us. There we go. See if that goes on. Yep, it does. And you're gonna have to grab a screwdriver or a piece of metal or something and stick it in here and lock it in place, and actually have both of your hands in there in order to take it off. So let's do that and take off the wheel under there and take these two bolts off that are mounted to the engine. That way we can actually see what's going on. So as you see, I've removed the wheel off of here. I put the nut back in, that way I don't lose it. And we are going to take this bolt off and the one right above it. It's actually mounted from the back of it actually. So once we remove those, this whole unit should come off, and then we are gonna have to take this tubing off. It's probably gonna have power steering fluid leaking everywhere, so you just got to be prepared for everything. It's already messy down here, as you see. It's nasty. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take those bolts off and we're gonna take this unit out. Well guys, as you see, I got the power steering pump out. I put the wheel back on it. That way kind of looks like the new one when you look at it. So here's your new one, and here's the old one. The old one's black. As you see, they're completely identical. Now before you do take the bolts off and actually pull it off the engine, you are going to have to unscrew the hose. There's a big socket or a big bolt on there with a, what is it, a 24mm socket basically. It's a great big bolt, and it basically holds the hose up to it, which goes from here to the power steering system. So this is where it would go in here from your power steering little bottle there, and once it goes down, it goes through this tube and out of this one with pressure, and from here it goes into your power steering system, where the hydraulic would work with the pressure of the power steering fluid. So that is what you're gonna have to do first, is to take that piece off, which this right here is just a rubber piece. It just prevents from stuff getting into it because of it being new. But anyways, yes, you will have to unscrew that before you unscrew this bolt and this one. So as you know, this bolt comes in from this side. If I can show you. So this is what kind of bolt it's going to be. It's a 14mm, and this one would be stuck in from this side, and the one from the other side is going to be screwed in from the back. Now this will make it very hard to take out. I don't know why they put it this way, why they set it up, but it is a pain in the ass. So I really don't have any recommendations on how to take it out properly, because it is the biggest pain in the ass. But you are going to have to use a 14mm wrench in order to take this off, because there's no space, literally no space to put a socket in. Now you will be using a 14. If you want to, you can use a 14 millimeter socket on the bottom one right here. So once you have screwed that, you can screw this out, and like you know, it is going to be a biggest pain in the ass, but you are going to have to basically use the wrench and unscrew it from the back. It's not going to be visible at all. It is impossible to actually see anything in there unless you have some bright ass lights, and even then, I mean, if you got your hands in there, I guarantee you will not see anything. You're gonna have to feel and twist as you go. So make sure you unscrew the pipe or the tubing that goes to here first before you unscrew the mounting bolts off of the engine in order to take this off. So no, you do not have to actually take this wheel off because of this bolt being screwed in from the back part of the unit. So yeah, that's kind of a pain in the ass. Also, you are going to have a lot of fluid, a lot of power steering fluid, so make sure you have something to catch it or something to prevent it from, you know, making a big ass mess. Maybe put a big bucket, because if you don't care of it leaking out, that's fine. Just make sure you use some sort of a bucket of some sort to catch all the fluid that's going to be coming out, because of course you don't want that on your driveway or your grass or ground or whatever, wherever you're at. You don't want to throw around, you know, oil. So gotta be safe with the nature, gotta respect it. So there you go. I got this unit taken out. I'm gonna be replacing it with the new one. Hopefully everything goes smooth. I know it's gonna be a pain in the ass to actually screw these two bolts in, which, well, the bottom one's gonna be pretty easy, but like I said, the ones coming from the back side is gonna be the worst thing to do. You're gonna be sitting there for a good 30 minutes trying to screw that one bolt in. That's what it took me. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but you can't even get into it from the top. You have to do it. You have to do everything from the bottom. So hopefully that helps you out. And let's put this back in there, or in other words, put the new one in. That way we don't have any more problems of it leaking again. So let's do that. So as you see, everything is put in, everything is set, all the wiring is connected, and the piping also. So there's no leaks from what I'm seeing, but now again, we're gonna have to run the vehicle in order to know that. But now all we got to do is put that belt on, add some power steering fluid. Make sure you get the right power steering fluid for your vehicle. Check with your mechanic, your dealer, and your parts store locally for the right power steering fluid for your vehicle. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please comment below and subscribe to the channel. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.